stay off the playing surface at all times. This includes halftime and after the game. Gabe Taylor. And number 15, Ricardo Legary. Churchville-Chili's head coach is Mr. Tim Miller.
Let's go, Ricky. I got ball.
How are you creating those opportunities underneath for yourself and for your teammates? Do you drive the dish or do you keep it for yourself? And how do you know to decide between the two?
Dish, it's like a gut feeling. I'm out here with my brothers. They don't want to go home first round. It's all about the opportunities that you get with your brothers. It's like you don't want it to be a last night out here. And I think we came out here, we defended hard, we got rebounds. We play as a team. We just had to keep our composure. And I say we played like a really good game.
So I think it was the third quarter you got knocked down on offense and then you were stood over by your defender. How do you keep your composure in a situation like that when the game's so tight, it's on the line?
That made me kind of mad. My coaching staff said it was all about composure, though. So I kept that in mind as I was playing, and I didn't let that get to me, and I had to pull out this game. I've seen worse than that, so it doesn't stop the game. The game must go on. So it's just, something temporary. So I got over that quick.
What were you told at halftime when you were down 6?
Yeah.
How do you get back into it? Yeah,
it was all about intensity. That might have been our, we came out really flat in the first half. That's the worst we probably played all season. They're a chippy team, so, we took their best punch and we were able to respond in the second half.
And then how do you move forward ahead of today? When did you know that the deal was sealed here and that you had to look ahead to the next game?
Yeah, I've been thinking about playing Pittsburgh-Minden, all week. I didn't want to look over this game too much, but Minden's a big task, so I'm going to go home tonight, watch some film, and prepare for that game this upcoming Friday.
And then is there anything else you want to add about yourself, your teammates? I know you talk about a lot about them, but you had 27 tonight.
Yeah. Yep. They make my job, easy, getting rebounds and everything. I can't do everything, so they're always there to be my, my back support, so I'm glad I have them. Absolutely.
So what was one key mentality factor that you told your team before they started today?
Just to outwork these guys. That we had the height advantage in the paint, and capitalize on our misses by getting offensive boards and just battle.
Okay. And then fast forward ahead to halftime, you're down 6. Lots of baskets, a lot of back and forth, sloppy basketball, poor rebounding. What do you tell your players?
I just said, hey, have confidence. We've been here before. early in the season, we were down by 6 to Gates, and we just made a couple subtle changes at halftime and ended up winning that game by 15. And I just knew if we stayed the course and didn't get down and just rode out some of that we'd be fine. We got to work on our slides. You know, part of our you know, effectiveness on defense is that we're long and athletic on the block area, and sometimes, you know, the middle guy will come up too high, and we'll point that out on tape. But really, I thought a lot of the deflections we got and didn't come up with, you know, just corral that ball and chin it. We always say chin the basketball and wait for Jason or Robbie Munding to come back, and you know, a lot of those loose balls didn't go our way tonight, but those are things we'll work on in practice because we know Mendon, they're pretty strong in that area. So
Time dwindles down, you got 2:21. Jason just picks up his fourth. How did you make the decision to keep him into play rather than take him out?
Jason's played in fall drill before, and in that situation, we could go offense and defense, but I've got to trust my best player. He has not fallen out of a game yet this year. He had 3 in the first half against Irondequoit. We had to weather that storm. Jason is probably one of the smartest basketball players I've ever coached, and I've had some pretty darn good basketball players that have come through here and played at the college level. So, you know, trusting in him and knowing that, you know, in an important part of that game, yeah, I need my best player on that floor, and he's not going to pick up his 5th. Does it make me nervous? Absolutely, obviously. But at that point, I don't think he'd be too happy with me if I took him off the floor. So knowing my team very well and knowing him very well, I'm going to ride out knowing that he's not going to get that 5th.
Yeah. And lastly, what do you do moving forward? What do you fix? How do you face Pittsburgh Mendon come Friday?
I've got my homework tonight. We'll watch a few games. Seen them play quite a bit this year. They're obviously one of the best teams in the state. It's quite a challenge. But I feel like we're one of the better teams in Section 5 right now. Last 2 weeks, you know, we've been playing our best basketball, and you know, we're just going to keep riding that momentum. And they're a very good team, you know, and Jackson Green and Caleb Lewis and the rest of those guys, they pose some challenges for us, but we're going to battle. You know, at this point, we're the underdog. We go in with that mentality that, you know what, next day, you know, we're just going to battle, and if we can get down to that 4-minute mark in the 4th quarter and it's a close game, then it's anybody's game. That's my mindset, because I have a kid that can carry people on his back and take over a game. So that's our mindset going into the Mendon game on Friday.